Well, a very good morning to you from Baku, and yet again we are in Baku with wonderful backdrop here in Baku, because it really is architecture of old and new. We have an old city here that dates back thousands of years, and we have the new city that's going up, and every year we have different buildings that go up. Every tournament that we have, it's a very different city that we step into, but it's beautiful. And yes, we overlook the sea. It's a lovely backdrop to a wonderful tournament. So here we go for Baku, and well, not a great entry, I have to say. As expected, straight after the Olympic Games, it's not the best numbers, but we have got quality, and it's a mixture, because we have a mixture of some of the older fighters and some of the new ones too coming to this tournament. So we are looking forward to a great event, and we are, well, we're just about 8 minutes away. We're going to have a quick look at some of the categories. We've got 5 weight categories today, we've got 4 tomorrow and 5 on Sunday. And we will start off, we will have 3 mats all the way through that we will be covering. I'll be covering the live commentary on one of the mats, and you'll be able to go back and forth all the way through the day. But the live broadcast this evening will be all me, and it will be all medal matches as well. So we will, let's start off with the under 48 kilograms category, just to have a look. Excuse the glasses, old age. So we're going to look at the top seed here. Shira Rishoni is the number 1 seed from Israel. She's got quite a tough draw. She's got Piklayeva of Russia against Belvadov of Mongolia. She'll have the winner of those two. And she's got Gerbelani of Azerbaijan there as well. On the bottom part of the draw in the under 48, Gilyazova of Russia is there, but we've got Tatsukawa of Japan fighting Kolain of Germany to get to there, and Gambatar is down the bottom as well. Excuse me. In the under 60 kilos category, Albert Algazov is is the number 1 seed, and he's got Kalmatov and Alayev of Azerbaijan to be fighting the winner of that. And we've got Kondo of Japan down there in the same half, and Haida of Germany down the bottom there. But we've got Merimov of Russia down in the bottom part, Papinashvili of Georgia, that's Jabba Papinashvili, the brother, and then we've got down the very bottom, we've got 2 Mongolians, and we've got the Octavian brothers who will be competing, and they'll be fighting each other in the quarterfinal stages of that 60 kilos category. Top seed in the under 52 kilos category, Chelsea Giles, the Olympic bronze medalist. Bishrelt is there of Mongolia. That's a probable semi-final, although we've got Popolakova of Russia will have something to say about that. Reka Pup down the bottom half of that. Krasniki, the Olympic champion at under 48 kilograms, gone up a weight category to under 52s. Is this going to be her go-to category from now on in? Will she be trying to make the weight to 48s again? I doubt it. Riol of Belgium is down there. Mamadova of Azerbaijan, and Werfel also down the bottom. Under 66 kilos category, it's going to be an absolute cracker, because we've got Mark Velishvili of Georgia. He's the Olympic silver medalist. He's going to be up there. We've got Aida of Japan. He's going to be having to fight Aliyev of Azerbaijan to get there to Mark Velishvili. And then just looking down, we've got Safarov there, Abdulziev of Russia. And we've got Shamilov of Russia on the bottom half of it, so 2 Russians in there, and Veru of Moldavia. Of course, Veru on great form at the moment, and Niniashvili is down there as well. So great lineup in the under 66 kilos category. Under 57 kilos category, we've got Tamoki of Japan as the top seed, and she will be fighting, if she wins against the Mongolian opponent here, she'll be fighting Shimbata, her fellow countryman, to get through into a semi-final position. So the seeds obviously will win through in the end. Liber of Belgium down the bottom part there, top seed in the bottom, pool C that is, so she's the number 3 seed. And Fritz of Germany is also down there, but she will have to fight Pauline Stark of Germany to get through to a quarter-final position. So that is a rough go through of some of the weight categories. You've got to bear in mind that what we are doing at the moment is having a little sort out, and some of the countries have got 2 representatives in to try and sort out who they're going to spend the money on for 12 months' time, when the qualification for Olympic Games, the next Olympic qualification, all starts and it all really kicks off. Saying that, they still need points now, but in 12 months' time, all the points get halved. So all the world ranking points gets halved, and then we have 2 years of accumulating whatever we can. And so that's the way it works. And it's something that we can put out 4 people. Azerbaijan, of course, because they're the host country, they can put out 4 people in every weight category. If they've got 4 people in every weight category, they haven't always, and that's the way it goes. And that's the massive advantage of having home advantage, of course, is that you can put your junior squad out, you can put the odd juniors that you want to put out there, you can put your whole national squad out there, and they get a chance to fight some of the best people in the world. Okay, so we're nearly away, 1 minute away from the start of this tournament, day 1 here. 5 weight categories to be contested. We will start with the under 52 kilos on mat number 1. Nagieva of Russia will be up against Yasmin Lima of Brazil, followed by Polykarpova of Russia, and she will be up against Baliabimova of Azerbaijan. That is on mat number 1. Aida Yuji of Japan on mat number 2, 66 kilograms. That's against Aleyev. And Mamadov against Kilpetsky of Ukraine on mat number 3, 66 kilograms. We're going to go to mat number 2. I'd like to start on mat number 2 if I can, and I'll be zapping from one to another, and it'll be the highest placed contest if I can do it that way all the way through. And we're going to start with Aida Yuji of Japan in the under 66 kilos category, and he is fighting Ibrahim Aleyev of Azerbaijan, and this is the first contest out in the under 66 kilos category. Interesting that we had 2 brand new 66 kilos fighters in Paris. Remember that their world and their Olympic champion have not even been aired yet. They've not been out since the Olympic Games, and I doubt whether they will this year. Probably will just take a well-earned rest. So as we prepare, the referees get ready for action. We get ready for action. Aida Yuji of Japan in white here, up against Ibrahim Aleyev of Azerbaijan. 66 kilos category. There's also 66 kilos category happening on mat number 3. Tolfig Mamadov of Azerbaijan is down there against Kilpetsky of Ukraine. Tominagi straight away off the bat there from Aleyev. Well, we did some work with the referees yesterday. We have a seminar prior to each tournament now for the referees, and we go in there and go through some topical things that have happened in previous events, or that they need to look out for, that we need to look out for as well. And it's interesting because all of the referees absolutely love it, the close contact and going through some of the topical rule changes or rule interpretations. So referees getting up close and personal. Aida, right-handed, looking for the Tomonagi, and no movement there whatsoever against Alaev. Well, it's been quite difficult for some of the fighters. They come in kind of cold. There's no spectators here. We had 4,000 spectators in Paris, and that was the first time that I'd commentated with people in the stadium for about 2 years. So we're back to nobody here, no spectators, just the officials, team managers, and of course the competitors. So a Shido each. Both of these fighters just warned for passivity there. Another Tomonagi, and so a very low contest, this one. Both of these just looking for the follow-through. Now here's the situation. Kata Sangaku situation came up in the referee seminar yesterday. It's where the hand Sangaku from the front there, and when your opponent stands up, if you use your leg to take them back down again, then it's classed as a throw and could be punishable by Hon Sokamaki. So they've got to be very, very careful, because there were some dangerous situations, examples that came up. Well, both of these just absolutely stopping each other dead with those sacrifice techniques, and it's always a little bit dubious when you do Tomonagi, you don't move your opponent. Shidos can ensue, and of course 3 Shidos and it's all over. Well, I think Alaev as well has to do something. It's Aida at the moment taking the fight to the Azeri. Sorikomigoshi there from Alaev. Possibility. First contest going to go into a golden score. Well, as soon as the clocks readjust, then away they go again.
Tatami 2 goes.
Well, Ada, no real history. Saying that, I mean, he got third place in Osaka back in 2019, though, so he hasn't been out for a while. First place in the Junior European Cup in Lebitz. Also third place in juniors for the Junior World Championships. And this is there's the Obitore Gaeshi. See so many of the Japanese fighters doing the technique that was made so famous by the great Kashiwazaki sensei.
Hanımlar ve canımlar, birinci tatamiyen davet oldu. Çeksi 52 kilograma kadar olan hanımlar arasında
Right, so if you want to continue with this match here, then that's great. We're going to go on to mat number 1 and have a look, while this one sorts itself out here, have a look at the under 52 kilos category here, where we've got Distria Krasniki, the Olympic champion from under 48 kilograms, up against Subon Nanaki of Japan. So, did fight at under 52 kilograms, and then because of course, her teammate being so successful and being Olympic champion, she decided to drop down to 48 kilograms, became Olympic champion at under 48 kilograms. Here she is fighting now back at 52s. Of course, Kelmende gone into retirement, has retired from competition. So good opportunity for Krasniki in the higher weight. What a first round match, though. So physically strong, Krasniki. She really is. Well, something happened there. I'm not sure what it was there. Just a little clash. The gripping, you see that both fighters just looking down at their fingers, and of course, the gripping strategies are so hard. Well, they both realize, these two, that an early bath here doesn't look good, and it's not the kind of start. They don't want to come all the way out to Baku and then not have any chance of fighting for a medal. Of course, they've got to get through this match here to get to the quarterfinal stages.
Tatami 2, next. First round contest for men under 66.
Well, this is right against left, saying that. She's going both sides. Subon.
Tatami 3, next first round contest for
So
men
the
under 60 kilos.
Yoko Tomoe easily quelled there by Krasniki. 2 Shidos on the board to the Japanese. One more and it will be all over. But Krasniki won't want to win like that for sure. Well, that was close. Ouchigari there, and now the follow through. Krasniki won't want to be down there. She knows that when they're on your back like this, that they have the double lapel, turn, leg trapped, leg out, and they are so successful with that turn. They have so many ippon wins. Now she has the grip here. Big lapel grip. Has to attack off it though, because the referee will look at that strong grip there, and if it's not attacked straight away or almost immediately, then especially if they're not doing anything with it, it will be a Shido penalty.
Hanımlar ve canablar, 3. tatamiye çeksi 60 kilograma kadar kişiler arasında yarışta davet olunur. Ağ judogidə Moğolistan təmsilçisi Enxar Tayvan Iron Wolf. Göy judogidə Azərbaycan təmsilçisi Əhməd Yusifov.
Another good attack there from Sabon. So another golden score here. We have noticed that at a lot of these Grand Prix, Grand Slams, that we've had a situation where it's been slow starting and then the ippons pick up. Well, Krasniki, she needs to be proactive here. Finding it that little bit more difficult here. At the heavier weight. Takes a little bit of time sometimes just to readjust back. Oh, that's it. That's going to be a score. Wazari scored there, just waited the right moment, and Sabon came across for a reaching Osodagari. Watch this. She went for that front leg there and just got tipped backwards onto her side. That big right arm over the top there from Krasniki, controlling the head. Watch how she just readjusts her balance here. Throws the hips forwards and then just takes her backwards onto her back. Krasniki will go through. Krasniki then will fight Pup Reka of Hungary in that second round match, which will be a quarterfinal match. Unusual to see that Krasniki, the Olympic champion at 48 kilograms, is having to fight in the first round there to get through. But it's at the higher weight of under 52 kilograms. Let's stay on this match, Matt, then. Anika Werfel of Germany up against Mammadova of Azerbaijan. And a Wazari straight away there from Werfel. Zina Mammadova straight the way over. Drops Sianagi and tried to ride it, didn't quite land fully. And Werfel, good start from Werfel. Well, we haven't got Werfel now. We seem to have come over to one of the 66 kilos matches. If I could get the attention of my my colleagues. Just a small hiccup. We'll join the match with Werfel and Mammadova in a minute. Meanwhile, we seem to be on the the centre mat here, mat number 2, with Takapataki of Brazil, and he's up against Galma Gankhuyag of Mongolia. Shido on the board here, Gankhuyag. Well, I think that we're on mat number 3 here. So we really are having some technical problems. So he was absolutely chasing there on mat number 3. So we're just going to just break for a little while, and we'll just get our technical problems sorted out. That was number 3, and that was the second Mongolian at under 60 kilograms there, fighting it out. Remember that you can go from mat number 1, 2, or through 3. We are now back, although it hasn't got it on the top right-hand side here. We are back on. We were back on mat number 1. I'm not going to say anything till we got it right.
Next first round contest for men under 60 kilos in white judogi from Mongolia and Taiwan Sumia Bazar. In blue judogi from Canada, Yoel Demare.
So under 60 kilograms here on mat number 3, and I think we've got it right this time. Ektavian Sumiev of Mongolia, 2 brothers, and his brother is going to be fighting soon, and Damien Joel of Canada, his opponent. Joel Demare is in blue. Oh, look at that. Good score there. And Ektavian has a Wazari there from that very low drop Seanagi here. Joel Demare just manages to hold off. Standing Seanagi. Didn't quite have the control of the upper part of the body. Well, for anybody out there that has been watching live, we have a technical issue, just getting the correct mats. So please bear with us while we just sort it out, and better to sort it out in the early stages of the competition. So I'm getting the thumbs up from my co-workers, and we've sorted it out, I think. So we are on mat number 3. We'll stay on this fight. It's a good fight. Intevian of Mongolia in white here was Ariya. Nice standing Seoinage. Under 60 kilograms, first round match. So now Demir starting to come forwards and starting to fight hard. Seen some good transition the last few tournaments. So one Shido up there. I think Taiwan of Mongolia just managing to hold on here. I think Taiwan, Sumia Bazar, and he's the brother of Ankh Taiwan Rainbow of both brothers went out into Paris together as well and competed in the Paris tournament, made good account of themselves. And Taiwan Arambold lost his first round match to Yusufov of Azerbaijan. So it's up to his brother here. Just in the last 30 seconds then, and Demir realizes that he's got to come forwards here. Every second on the mat, a great advantage for him and good learning curve.
Tatami 2, Kızıl Tal.
Shido, I think for Demir for that, I mean, it was very soft. Yoko Tomanagi didn't move anybody and he gets the Shido for it. So early exit for Demir. And Taiwan of Mongolia will go through to the next round. We'll stay on this mat because we have a 48 kilo category match that's just about to come on. Natalie Kolen of Germany up against Tatsukawa Rina of Japan.
On Tatami 3, next first round contest for women under 48 kilos in white judogi from Germany, Natalie Kolen In blue judogi from Japan, Tatsukawa Rina.
Hanımlar ve canavlar ikinci tatamiye davet olunur. Çeksi 60 kilograma kadar olan kişilerin yarışında Ağ Judogi'de Burak Bayramov, Azerbaycan. Göy Judogi'de Kongo Hayato, Japonya. Birinci tatamiye davet olunur. Çeksi 57 kilograma kadar olan hanımların yarışında Ağ Judogi'de
Colleen of Germany in white.
Azerbaycan. Göy Judogi'de Rafaela Silva, Brezilya.
Straight into the attack there in Newaza. So good with the transition, they really are. They know where they need to be. And straight in, if she can get the turn here, then Colleen will be in trouble. Medalled in every Grand Slam, Grand Prix tournament that she's been entered for here, Tatsukawa. Second in the 2017 Grand Slams. There's quite a few, actually, I have to say, of this Japanese team being put out again. We haven't seen them for a little while, so the final build-up to the last Olympic Games, we didn't see them. Here they are with a second chance. Colleen attacks in Newaza. Look at the defense here from Tatsukawa. Shido up there for Colleen. Big arm over the back there. Well, that was straight across the face there, and immediate mate by the referees. One of the things that came up in the referee seminar that we had yesterday was how quick to be on those kind of situations where it's dangerous or absolutely blatantly against the face and mouth, being in the right position in Newaza. Difficult always, we know that, you know, you sometimes get caught on the wrong side, but making sure that you move around. If you notice that a lot of the fighters, the good ones in Newaza, they know where they want to be, and same kind of situation really, you know, you have to be where the action is unfolding. Three mat areas going on at the same time. 57 kilos category is happening up there on mat number 1, and we're going to join it in a second because we've got Chelsea Giles, the Olympic bronze medalist from Great Britain, is up against Nagieva of Russia. So we're going to go over to mat number 1, not now, in a second. We're going to stay on this mat just for a while here. Natalie Colleen of Germany. One penalty on the board, but we will just watch it carefully there to make sure that we see Chelsea Giles. Tatsukawa not able to get through the defences of Colleen here. Natalie Colleen has been on the European circuit with the European Cups, but she did the Marrakesh Grand Prix as well, 5th place in that. That's back in 2019. Two Shidos now up for Kalain. She knows that one more and it will be all over. So Tatsukawa just managing to beat her to the attack every time. So into golden score, and the two Shidos carried over, of course. One score, wipe those two Shidos out.
Tatami 2, next first round contest for men under 60 kilos. Invite judogi representing Moldova, Nikolae Foka. In blue judogi representing Germany, Maximilian Hayden.
One shimiwaza for Ippon. We'll do it as well. Well, right against left situation here, and finding it difficult here to control that sleeve. Well, I did say that we had a mixture of older and new fighters as well. So build up, obviously, last kind of 12 months prior to an Olympic Games, you get the same fighters out because they're trying to build points, trying to qualify in the top 18. But of course, when it's the year after, of course, this is the second year, if you think of it that way, because we lost a year, didn't we? The 2020 Olympic Games happened in 2021, which was a bit odd for everybody. Mat number one, Max Sedev of Azerbaijan is up against Rafaela Silva, making her comeback in the under 57 kilos category. So one Shido there for Tatsukawa, just on the defensive just a little bit there. Now the pressure coming on here, German with the dominant grip. Looked to me like she skipped out there, Colleen. Skip out, sometimes they do it to avoid a technique. And the point is that they're getting caught on the edge. You get caught on the edge, it might be it. Might be a third penalty here. Now, I thought so too. It was one of those that if you do get caught on the edge, it's your fault. And she went out there just to avoid anything from the Japanese fighter. Anyway, it's all over. 3 Shidos, and so Tatsukawa goes through, and she will be up against Gilyazova of Russia in the next round.
Üçüncü tatamiye devlet oldu. Çeksi 108 kilograma kadar olan hanımların yarışında ağır judo gider. Rafaela Batista, Brezilya, göğü judo gider. Şefek Hamidova, Azerbaycan.
Well, let's go up to mat number 1, where we've got, because I don't want to start on a new contest straight away, let's go up to mat number 1. And we're just coming to the end of this contest here. Max Sedev of Azerbaijan here up against Rafaela Silva. Rafaela Silva, former Olympic champion, and here she is fighting in a comeback competition, been out for a while. And of course, comebacks are always, they're always a good idea, and till you get out there and you realize then just how difficult it was, especially if you've been at the very, very top of competition. Well, I'm on this mat because I want to have a look at the under 57 kilos category. You can swap to the different categories. 60 kilos happening on mat number 2 and 48 kilograms happening on mat number 3. Penalty up there to Rafael Silva. So 2 Shidos apiece here. That was a score, I think, and right at the very end there, it was all part of one movement. She still had control and she still pushed. It's still all one movement, and Rafael Silva goes onto her side. Koshi Guruma, and you can see that it doesn't stop with the legs. They keep on driving. So they keep on driving over there. You can see that she still has control of the head, and the Olympic champion, or former Olympic champion there, goes out of the competition. Back to the under 52 kilos, and we've got the quarter-final match. Chelsea Giles had a bye through to the quarter-finals. She is the top seed here in this under 52 kilos category, and she is up against Nagieva of Russia, and that is a hard first round match. Some brilliant form. She was, well, every bit a champion out at the Olympic Games. Only lost to Abe Uta. And that wasn't an easy match either for Uta, Abe Uta. Looking for the ippon all the time and the transition, Chelsea Giles. Chelsea Giles going for the arm here straight away. The Russian in trouble straight away, Nagieva.
We have our first round contest for women under 48 kilos. Representing Russia in Vaishnavi.
And now in for the Sangaku, and she's onto the arm. And Nagieva stayed there just that little bit too long. Can she get that little bit of leverage here? She might be able to turn it into the offside combi if she can flatten her out. No, it's not quite going to happen. Good bit of newaza, though, from Chelsea Giles. Chelsea Giles, Coventry Judo Club. Don't think I mentioned it. Simon Moss. And of course, Jamie Johnson now as well in the chair, also from the Coventry days. So they know Chelsea very, very well. Simon Moss, great influence on Chelsea's development into world level. Referee wants to have a look here, and I'm not quite sure at what. So it might have been Nagieva, I think, touching the leg for defense. So the referee just lets it carry on. Left against right, and she knows that if she goes in too committed, Chelsea Giles, that possibility of the Sakeshi, the counter. So just being that little bit tentative. This is to get through to the semi-final position. So far, Chelsea Giles, the one taking the initiative here. She's the one that's taking the chances, you could say, and certainly for me, Nagieva, the one waiting for the counter. Now, Nagieva in again. Needs a change of direction and to attack the opposite flank here, I think. I think Chelsea Giles is going to change it up in a bit to attack that opposite flank. Not looking to go the same way all the time. Arm round the back, now she goes in. And looking for the counter herself there. Just needs to be that little bit sharper with the transition into the Newaza against Nagieva. But Nagieva doing a good job here, placating the Olympic bronze medalist. Russian have a strong team. They have 1 and 2s all over the place here in certain categories. They'll want to sort out their fighters that are going to go through all the way through in the qualification process. And they'll want to do it within this next 12 months. So I think that's a penalty here to Nagieva. Did she get the Shido? No, I don't think she did.
Tatami 2, golden score.
Well, there's always a temptation to wrap yourself around that front leg. And of course, that's the danger for the Sakeshi. And anybody who's got an Uchimata as well, you run onto it. So you've got to attack that front leg and collapse the weight over it. So a Shido apiece here. Already a minute in to golden score. Tight old match this. Well, this is it. This is what I meant. She needs to go a lot sharper in And now you can see that Nagieva desperate to get out of there. See the right arm there of Giles round the back. Oh, there's the change of direction. She gets the Wazari, it's all over. Chelsea Giles through to the semi-final. And it was always going to be a change of direction. That was a lovely Ashiwaza there. Was it Kosoto? Yes. Nice little hook round the leg. And that right arm around the back there of Nagieva was able to control it all the way down. Golden score, remember any score here on the side and with impetus too. Good win there for Chelsea Giles of Coventry Judo Club. She's through against Nagieva and she'll go through. She's the first one through actually to the semi-final position. We'll stay on this mat. Bishrelt Kolod up against Polikarpova of Russia. So we'll have a look at the other Russian here in the under 52 kilos category. Like I say, two Russians in most of the categories here to sort things out. Same with the Georgians. Japanese, well, they'll put threes and fours out, different events, just to see how they get it sorted. Mongolian team as well, putting ones and twos out. Well, I'm just looking at the time there. Yeah, just about 30 seconds there for the first Shido. Normally around about 40, should be around about 40. Give them a chance just to settle in. And off the sleeve there with that Sumigeshi there.
In blue judogi from Japan, Aida Yuji.
Not a minute gone. Two Shidos up already. Raring to go here. Polikarpova of Russia in the blue. Number one seed, the Olympic silver medalist in the under 66 kilos, Margvelashvili, is up on mat number 2 against Aida of Japan. If this fight finishes, then we'll whip over there and have a little look at it. Feel free though. Shamilov of Russia up against Abek of Kyrgyzstan is happening on mat number 3. The winner of this will go through to the semi-final to fight Chelsea Giles. So plenty to fight for here, and it seems to me as though Polikarpova is the one initiating here and looking for the Juji now. Another penalty going to go up there to Bishrelt if she's not careful. Good change of direction there, full of commitment. Well, technique's coming all over the place here. Polikapova of Russia really taking the fight to Bishrelt. Bishrelt just about to get a second Shido here, I think. That front leg, again, very tempting. When you get a right-to-right situation, that front leg is very tempting, but it can be fatal if you wrap yourself around it without everything going in the right direction. And that was an almost a counter there by Bishrelt.
Tatami 3, we have now second round contest for men under 66 kilos. In white judogi from Japan, Tanaka Ryoma. In blue judogi from Ukraine, Danilo Klopetsky.
Well, that was just a drop for avoidance there. Will she get away with the Shido here? Bishrelt, 2 Shidos down. Now, this started outside here, but it's just one attack. She'll only get one chance at it. Another thing that came from our seminar yesterday with the referees was that if you can continue with an Newaza attack outside of the area, but it has to be the same attack. So what you can't do then is come out of it, if it's Sangaku, for example, and then go in for a Juji attack outside of the area. That's an immediate mate. So it has to be the same attack, and as long as it's moving all the time and it's progressive, they'll allow it to carry on. Well, Bishrelt still in it. She has to attack at the right times, though. No mistakes now. One more mistake and it'll be all over. Polikapova knows that she needs to carry on with the attacks, and they've got to be strong. So a second Shido there for Polikapova.
Tatami 3, next second round contest for men under 66 kilos. In white judogi from Moldova, Denis Vieru. In blue judogi from Mongolia, Bayan Munk Narmanda.
Well, already a minute into golden score, and Bishrelt now starting to go to work. Those attacks haven't got any kumakata attached to them. I think she might just get away with that one there. But Polikapova has to be cautious. Well, we're going to leave this. Match. Let them sort it out, these two, and we're going to go over to mat number 3 here, where we've got Denis Veru of Moldavia, who is on against Bayan Munk of Mongolia, and we're on to Varu, because Varu is one of the leading fighters in the under 66 kilos category at the moment, and he's on good form. Markvalishvili just losing there on mat number 2. Some interesting stuff happening on 66 kilos category. So Markvalishvili out. Ida goes through into the semi-final. Well, I always talk about Denis Varu as one of these fighters that has absolutely brilliance, or he's just very good. So he gets through, but sometimes he has to work harder than other times. Now then, did that go onto the heads? There was an Uchimata there from the Mongolian. Have a look at the commitment there from the Mongolian, and there's a possibility there that he might get Honsokamaki for a head dive. It was full of commitment, absolute commitment here. But that's what the referee supervisors are looking at there, and it's something we've covered in detail just recently, and certainly here, Buamunk, in danger of being disqualified, and there he is. He gets the Honsokamaki for the Uchimata dive. Trying to stop it because it is fully committed there. It's dangerous, classed as dangerous. And well, if it doesn't land right, then there's going to be serious injury. So there we go. He goes through to the next round there, Denis Varu, and we're going to stay on this match. Just having a look here what we've got. Let's go no, we're still on mat number 3. Let's stay on this one here. We've got Bagrati Niniashvili of Georgia here against Bryamov of Azerbaijan. Ibrahimov in blue and Niniashvili. Look at that, Sodisora Kamigoshi, and he scores a Wazari. And as soon as he had the grip there, the hips went across, 2 little stabs at it, and over he went. There's the Sodi. There's the first readjustment there, and almost looks like the Makikomi equivalent, but this time off the Sodi grip. Good start. Niniashvili opens up the account, and look at that. Oh, tries the Uranagi. Ibrahimov there just managed to climb off. Just above the belt line, didn't quite have the control there. Funny how these contests go. It's all action, some of them. They come out with a different mindset. So Niniashvili has started this contest as he means to carry on. Attacking with big techniques. Yoko Satemiwaza there going over the other flank. Each one of them looks like it's going to throw big. He's not finished here. Niniashvili. Well, this is certainly just calmed down that little bit there, looking for the Soto Makakomi. Well, Ibramov, he realizes that he's got to come forwards here. Like I said at the beginning of the competition, big advantage that home country has is that you can put anything up to 4 in every weight category if you've got 4 in depth. Of course, the big countries like Mongolia, Japan, Russia, France, of course, they all put all of their squad into the tournaments. Great advantage.
Birinci Katan'da ağır judo giden muazzamlara Macaristan temsilcisi Oreka galip geldi.
We're to the last 30 seconds of this contest. Looking for the pickup again here, Niniashvili. Ibramov will have to go in strong because if he doesn't, he'll be punished. Shido, I think this is going to go, and I don't think Niniashvili minded too much. So Niniashvili gets it.
İkinci tatamiye davet oldu. Çeksi 66 kilograma kadar olan idmançılar arasında. Av judogi'de Azerbaycan temsilcisi Avrupa şampiyonu.
So all over, Niniashvili goes through and Ibramov of Azerbaijan out of the competition. So Niniashvili good performance. That opening technique was what did it. So let's go to, well, we'll stay on this actually because we've got Papinashvili. What have we got? Papinashvili. Agayev of Azerbaijan here in white and up against Jaba Papinashvili of Georgia in blue. All quarter-final matches now. So the good thing is, if you lose in the quarterfinals, then you get a double chance of fighting through. You'd have to do a repechage. If you lose in the quarters, you have to do a repechage, final repechage match, and that will qualify you for third place match. Of course, if you get through to the semis, you've got 2 chances there. Nice Yoko Otoshi there by Agaev. He's on the arm here. Papinashvili's on the arm. Now, can he get it? Yes, he does. Good Juji Gatami. Nice. Papinashvili was right on it then. That transition was superb. Look how he, well, we couldn't see how he gets in there, but he was right on it and just followed it right the way through. Papinashvili, Georgia, then goes through to the next round. Let's go back up to mat number 1. And we're going to go over to mat number 1, where we've got an under 57 kilos category match happening. Tomoko Momo of Japan up against Hagvotgu of Mongolia. Hagvotgu of Mongolia is in blue here, and Tomoki is in white. Under 57 kilos, quarter-final match. Nice seeing Aggie straight up on top. Notice how she came out there. Ducked out of the Cianagi, straight onto the arm. Can she get the leverage? Yes, she can. Oh, and does well there. Hagvotgu of Mongolia. Physically, you can see how strong she is. I'd like to say a big hello to the to Karen, who's listening, of course, and to the Birmingham 2022. They're all listening in, and it's a big hello from me here from Baku. Loretta Kusek-Doyle, of course, who was with me, who's not only my dear friend, but was with me commentating out there in Paris just recently. We had a great time there. She was attacking me all the way through the commentary. In the nicest possible way, of course. It was the first time, actually, that we had a situation where we had spectators. There was 4,500 people in the stadium. And first time we couldn't actually hear each other speak, but it's strange again now. It's a little bit lackluster here in the atmosphere-wise. It's no spectators, and of course the competitors got quite used to it building up to the 2020 Olympic Games. 2020 Olympic Games that were held in 2021. We'll be able to tell all our grandkids about that. It's a bit of a strange situation. Strange times, but we are getting through it. Tomoki then of Japan in white here. Just looking for the dominant grip, probably just ahead here on attacks.
2. Kızıl halka.
Hagvat Ogu of Mongolia, left-handed and finding it difficult just to be the first one in here. That Shido there, just a reference of not quite being on the pace. 3 Shidos and it's all over. Of course, it's disqualification. Well, that's the thing to do. Tomoki didn't like that, did she? Hagvatagu of Mongolia there takes the fight to Tomoki and gets penalized for it as well. She just dropped to avoid the technique. Well, for Karen and all of our group there listening in, the 3 ways, well, 4 ways that you can win are by throwing your opponent absolutely flat onto their back, but you get points as well for throwing them on their side. 2 of those and you win by ippon. And of course, 3 different ways of winning in groundwork on the ground. And that's by throwing your opponent, holding your opponent for 20 seconds, or arm locking or strangling for a submission. So quite often you'll see them transitioning from standing down to ground. So you can do half a throw or a throw where they just land not quite on their back, and then you can hold them down for a further 10 seconds, and that will suffice. And of course, a lot of the pecking of the jacket here, just all about grip fighting, fighting hard for the grips. And when you dominate the grip, you're usually the one that initiates the techniques. So a second Shido for both of these now, and one more, and it's going to be all over. Just looking around now. There's a good fight just about to happen now on mat number 2. Abdulzalilov of Russia up against Takapadaki of Brazil. We might just slip over there in a second. Let's just see the outcome of this one first, though. Just so that you can see the way the Shidos, the penalty system that we have. Not that we want to see that. We want to see big throws if we can. Ippon's what it's all about. Let's go back over to mat number 2 then. If you want to continue watching this, see how the Shidos work out, then we can. Abdulzalilov of Russia here in white in the under 66 kilos category for men, up against Eric Takapataki of Brazil. Abdulzalilov, quite a dynamic fighter, but Takapataki as well can throw, and so we should see some action here to give an indication for the ippon aspect, of course, of our throw, of our sport.
On Kata 3, winner of the quarterfinal from Mongolia, and Taiwan Sumia Bazar goes to semifinal, and Ahmet Yusupov from Azerbaijan goes to repechage.
Certainly flying through our preliminary rounds here in Baku.
In blue judogi from Japan, Tatsukawa Rina.
Abdulzalilov of Russia here in white. Winner of many Grand Prix, Grand Slam medals. Takapataki the same. Had to qualify for the 2020 Olympic Games, and they have to qualify, remember, in the top 18 in every weight category. But sometimes a country will have 2 or 3 fighters, Japan for example, in one weight category, and they'll have 3 fighters in the top 18, so then it carries downwards. You can only send 1 representative per country to the Olympic Games. In 66 kilos category, of course, Japan had the current world champion, wasn't going to go to the Olympic Games, and the well, it was left up to Abe to go in there and win the Olympics as well. So they have the current world and Olympic champions in. Well, he's on the arm here, Abdulzalilov. Can he straighten it out? I think he can. That's coming out. Oof. He just manages to pull it in there, Takapataki. Just managed to pull the elbow in and stop the submission. Good timing there from the Brazilian. Well, to get that timing right, especially when they're on your arm, and once the arm goes out straight and they apply the pressure, you have to submit. So he just managed to pull the elbow in there. So just 1 penalty, 1 Shido on the board there. Takapataki of Brazil has to come forwards. So all the top fighters getting through here. Abdulzalilov and Takapataki fighting to get through against Safarov.
Tatami 2, golden score.
Aida Hancharko of Ukraine. It's one of the semis. This is the only one that hasn't been sorted in the under 66 kilos. Veru against Niniashvili. That should be an absolute cracker. And Shamilov here against Tanaka. The ones that lost in the quarterfinals will have to fight one more repechage fight. Now, Takapataki taking the fight to Abdulzalilov. Well, this is a really tough old fight. Either one of these got to go another 2 rounds after this, remember. Well, again, we have right against left situation here. Oh, look at that, Uchimata! Uchimata, beautiful Uchimata there. Takapataki there, right the way underneath. And he goes right the way over the top there. You've got to get it right. Notice how he has a couple of little taps on the inside of the legs there to ensure his way in. He does Kouchi there, one on one side, then one on the other, just to open up that gap, and then throws himself in there, just manages to turn his head to the side, and that was a beautiful ippon there from Takapataki. Wow. Well, best throw of the day so far, and Takapataki will go through now to fight Safarov. So that's all sorted there. Just the repechage finals and then the semi-finals to go on in the under 66 kilos category. So we've got an under 60 kilos category match just about to happen, quarterfinal match. Ogazov of Russia up against Alayev of Azerbaijan, and this is the quarterfinal match. So let's stay on this one. Saying that, Ogazov, of course, very exciting fighter, always looking for the big ippon. So some good matches just about to happen. Gilyazova of Russia fighting against Tatsukawa of Japan. That's an under 48 kilos quarterfinal match happening on mat number 3. So you can go to that if you wish. Oh, look at that! Wazari scored. Ogazov then opens up the account. Went off the sleeve as well. So he has the sleeves. Look at the sleeve grip. Little bit of an ashiwaza there. Then on the same sleeve there, just takes the same sleeve with both hands. And then just comes across there for the Siatosh. And it's all over. Ogazov then scores a second Wazari there on his opponent. And this time, Soto Makikomi gets the second Wazari. Ogazov made that look very, very easy. He'll go through to the under 60 kilos semi-final.
On Tatami 2, winner of the quarterfinal, Albert Oguzov from Russia, goes to semi-final.
All action here on mat number 2. We'll stay on mat number 2 here. Another quarterfinal. Who's going to go through to fight Ogazov? So it's Kondo Hayata of Japan up against Nikolai Foka of Moldavia. And it's just about to happen. Quarterfinal match, 60 kilos. It's remarkable, really, that we see so many Japanese teams coming out, sometimes laden with juniors, and sometimes we see number 3 and 4s just sent out, and they're winning and dominating Grand Prix, Grand Slams. Such is their depth. Well, he'll have to be a little bit careful down here, Foka, because they definitely have a set piece from this particular position. Watch how he ties up the top half here, and then try and take that that foot out. So he takes the foot out, almost landed into the hold down there, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Foka was very, very lucky there. Or fortunate. Transition is a key point. Transitioning from standing down to ground. If you have a look at the jiu-jitsu, of course, more predominantly newaza groundwork, and of course judo, it's both. It's newaza and tachiwaza, so we concentrate a lot on our throwing skills, but also on our newaza transition as well. So now with the refereeing definitely more favored towards transitioning and more time in newaza, makes it a lot better and a lot more balanced. Definitely Kondo putting all the attacks in here. Looking for the ippon all the time. Foka can't just wait for the counter. Well, it's going to be a second penalty up there to Foka any second now. Maybe just about gets away with that one. Sianagi, and again, just started to pile up the attacks. Sianagi again. Oh, he was deep that time. Second penalty up there to Foka then, and now he knows that he's going to have to come forwards. Left against left. Oh, look at that. He went onto it. He went onto that front leg. Absolutely what you must not do. He just saw that front leg there, thought, I'm going to have a little go at that, and just had a little dip across. And, of course, no forward momentum there. The Kumakacha totally dominated as well. So the grip was totally dominated. Really not a good place to attack. Kondo with a huge technique, and Kondo Hayato goes through against Ogazov in that semi-final match. Papinashvili is also through against Ankitevian of Mongolia, and so all of these matches sorting it all out. Getting through to the later rounds. Let's stay on this match here where we've got the top seed in the under 48 kilos category, Shira Rishoni of Israel in white here against Pichilieva of Russia. Non-stop coming forwards, Rishoni, and so experienced. But look at this, she's on the arm here, Pichilieva. And she's on the arm, turns it into the hold down, and that arm is out. That arm is coming out. And that was a great bit of newaza there from the Russian. Top seed, Rishoni, stayed there just that little bit too long there. That was a great bit of groundwork, really was. Daria Pichilieva turns it into the, well, Neil Eckersley, I know you're listening, right? The Eckersley roll here. And we call it that because Neil Eckersley made this particular move very, very famous here. Goes into the hold down, and the arm came out because they think, wow, I've got a chance here to get out of it. And of course, then you just turn it into the arm lock. So if you're listening, Neil, your technique was just performed perfectly there by Nikolieva. Gabanli then of Azerbaijan here, straight into the attack up against Tanza of Austria. Katarina Tanza in blue here. Well, Tanza this time almost scores. Yoko Tominagi didn't quite get the landing, although we didn't see it there. We didn't get quite the angle. Can't quite see where she lands. So they're having a look, the video referee, to see, and we still can't see it here. Video referee will have 2 or 3 different ways to look at that, just to see if the side landed. Good open match, this. That's what we like to see. Good open matches where both fighters are attacking non-stop. Both attacking with the Sodi Surakamigoshi. Off the sleeve. So now Tanza gets a Shido for not attacking at the right time or just behind on attacks. Can she get the turn? She can. She might just have the hold down here. If she can get this leg out now, she's got the top half under control. Referee has got to let this carry on. There it comes out, Tatishio Gatami, and just chooses her time carefully there. Gabanli does really well to turn out. She had to time that right. Well, it was a nice bit of groundwork there by Tanza. And a nice bit of groundwork by Gabanli on the defensive side of it. Same turnover, this time she gets it. And Tanza, well, she knew exactly what she wanted. Gabanli didn't have the same kind of determination to turn out of that one there, and straight into the hold there. Just holds her for the 20 seconds, and she's going to go through. So Tanza goes through. Nice bit of newaza again. We'll stay on this mat because we've got Aida Yuji of Japan about to step out. Watch the turnover again, not by accident here. Underneath the arm and round the top half of the body to control it, and nice little turnover there, just tips the balance. Uses the leg just to make sure that she pushes it over. She's through to the semi-final. Well, we've got a choice here, spoilt for choice. We've got Aida Yuji up against Hanchako of the Ukraine, and Denis Varu on mat number 3, Moldavia, up against Niniashvili of Georgia. Let's go to mat number 3. Let's have we're following Denis Varu at the moment. We're going to go to mat number 3. Denis Varu is in white here. Niniashvili of Georgia in blue. 2 really explosive fighters, so just thinking that we might see something pretty spectacular. Nice Tamanagi from Veru. Well, a great start there from Denis Veru. But watch out for Niniashvili, because he is pure explosion. So blocking out there, Denis Veru. Almost. Didn't he almost make a slip there? Denis Veru just touched on the Ashiwaza there, but Niniashvili was ready to counter. Something's going to happen with the Ashiwaza here. They're both looking for it, just touching away. Second Shido up for Veru. This isn't the way that he'd want this to go. Going to take one away. So Veru gets the second one taken away. And they still haven't taken it away. Now they have.
Dear spectators, please don't forget to wear your masks all the time in the sports hall.
Hanımlar ve canavlar, yarış ərzində kayış olunan koruyucu maskalardan daim istifadə edəsiniz.
Now it's going to happen. Looking for the Sangaku here. Now can he get the turnover? Can he get it? So he'll want to get the roll here, Denis Veru. Well, this is quite a tactical match. These two both feel the danger here. Still think something's going to happen. We're going to get a score here. He knocked that hand off with his other hand there, Veru. The referee didn't quite see it. I think he just got away with it. Well, quite often, you feel the danger through the grips of your opponent, and you know, if I attack with this, then something's going to happen and it's going to counter me. You know it. That's why they break the grip off. They feel the danger.
Birinci tatamiye davet oldu. Təsəlli verici görüş çəksin 52 kilograma qədər olan kanun idmançılar. Avcı bölgədə. Lidia Nurgayeva, Rusya. Gölcü bölgədə.
Niniashvili gets the second one, so one more for him and there's going to be trouble. Well, I think, yeah, they were having a little look just to see if Niniashvili should have got one. He did anyway. I'm saying there, you know, when the referee stops like that, it's normally the top table. There's going to be a score, and it's dropped Sianagi there from Veru. Veru goes through to the semi-final. One skip to the back there, just moves in the right direction, and Drop Sianagi decides the match. Denis Veru then through to the semi-final, and Niniashvili will have to fight repechage final match to see if he fights for third place. Still lots to do then for Niniashvili.
Moldova, Denis Veru goes to the semi-final. Bagrati Niniashvili from Georgia goes to repechage.
Üçüncü tatamiden teselli verici görüş için Demet oldu. Çeksi 60 kilograma kadar olan
Let's go to mat number 2, where we've got the match between Aida Yuji of Japan and Hancharko of the Ukraine. Wazari up to Hancharko, and a possibility of an upset here. 14 seconds to hold on to this. Let's catch the excitement here as we go through this match. He's on the run here, and was that a counter? It wasn't a counter. He didn't, well, the referee said yes. I'm not so sure whether he managed to get the control of the hands there. He came forwards here. Oh yes, nice change of direction. Absolutely correct there. The referee spot on. The referee was right on that. Nice change of direction by Hancharko, and it was Aida who ran forwards. Hancharko just manages to do the reaping action and the hand movement as well. The referee absolutely correct.
İkinci tatamiye Demet oldu. Çeksi 66 kilograma kadar olan
We stay on this match because we want to see Orkan Safarov of Azerbaijan up against Takapataki of Brazil, and that's a quarterfinal match, and just about to happen. Two big throwers. Of course, it doesn't always happen. They put two big throwers on, and they're often quite cautious. They don't want to grip up with each other, but when it's an open match, what I call an open match, when both fighters want to grip up and want to score, then that's when we see ippons happen. Small bang of heads there. Takapataki just collects a small bump on his head. It's exactly what I was talking about here, both gripped up here, trying to secure the dominant grip and trying to prevent the big technique coming over. So halfway, and nobody really committed. Now they have. Oh, wow, what a first technique that was. Safarov then absolutely took advantage of that. So right hand came on, and then bang, Kosoto there just hooks the outside of the leg and drives Takapataki onto his back. That was really, really explosive. It really was. Safarov was brilliant. Well, it's all happening. Let's go to mat number 1. Distria Krasniki on against Amber Riol of Belgium. Krasniki had a difficult first round match. The Olympic champion for 48 kilograms, gone up a weight now. Kilmendi, of course, now retired. Leads the way in this under 52 kilos category. I'm thinking that's one of the reasons anyway that Krasniki's gone up. Doesn't look quite as dynamic in the under 52 kilos category, and we've seen that a few times actually with Krasniki when she's fought. She always does well in 52 kilos, but definitely more explosive in the under 48 kilos category.
On Tatami 3, we have now semi-final for men under 60 kilos. In white judogi from Georgia, Java Papinashvili. In blue judogi from Mongolia, Engtaivan Sumia Bazar.
Nice Ashiwaza and follow through for Krasniki. Krasniki then will go through to fight for third place. Well, that was the repechage match, first one in the under 52 kilos category. Now we've got first semi-final about to happen. Chelsea Giles of Great Britain up against Palka Parova of Russia. Palikapova of Russia then. Previous match to bring her here. Great transition. Well, both of these will want to follow it down into Newaza, and she's right on her back there, Chelsea Giles. Working hard, and that's what you notice as well. Good Newaza people know exactly what they want, and they work so hard to get it. Directed Newaza. First contest back after the Olympic Games. Chelsea Giles, brilliant performance in the Olympics. Had an amazing win on the run-up to the Olympics over Kelmende. She was the current Olympic champion there, the defending Olympic champion when she went to the Olympics. But felt that she was ready to finish, really. I think a little tired in the end. It's hard when everybody's absolutely firing at you. Did well to avoid that there, Chelsea Giles. Credit to Pelikapova, though. She's really taken the fight to the Olympic bronze medalist. Looking for the Kosoto there. Change of flank there from the Russian. And again, she does the change of flank. Chelsea Giles, that was off the ground. Really confident Newaza there from Chelsea Giles. Just has a little go at the Ryoti Jimmy there as well. Good to see these two really giving it a go in Newaza. Good open match. Chelsea Giles probably just a little bit behind on attacks, needs to up the work rate here. The Russian fighting well. Now she has her grip. Chelsea Giles in for the attack. Oh, and she's countered her. Now, did she get the landing? Not quite, I don't think. I don't think that it was quite on its side. But she's got the Wazari anyway. Now wrapping the arm up for the Sangaku. Can she turn the hold? Yes, she can. She's in. She just needs to hold now just for the 10 seconds. That's all she'll need. Gets the Ippon, and Chelsea Giles of Great Britain through to the final. Brilliant bit of Newaza from her. Looks for the tip, and looked to me as if the arm or the side didn't quite touch from this angle. Well, the video referees thought that that warranted the Wazari. She gets the Wazari, then just needed the Wazetti Ippon to take her through. I know that all of the Chelsea Giles supporters will be saying, of course it was Ippon, absolutely. And the Wazari, I mean, but that was brilliant transition from her. She is through to the final. And now, who's going to fight Chelsea Giles in that final? Rekka Pup of Hungary, just about to step out here against Annika Werfel of Germany. Two brilliant semi-finals happening on mat 2 and 3 as well. Ogazov of Russia against Kondo of Japan. Papinashvili up against Ekdevian of Mongolia. That's on mat number 3, that one. Look at Pup though, very experienced Pup. Every Grand Prix Grand Slam tournament, always there, always roundabout.
On Tatami 3, we have now repechage contest for women under 48 kilos. In white judogi from Russia, Sabina Gryazova. In blue judogi from Mongolia, Gambatar Marantsetse.
Wiffle just being beaten to the attack at the moment. Sianagi, nice one there from Werfel. Well, this is where you don't want to resist or defend. It's close. Just gets that little bit of action reaction there before she drops underneath.
Tatami 2, golden score.
Now she has the grip. Looking for the counter as well. No penalties on the board, which means, of course, they're attacking just the right time.
Tatami 2, winner of the semi-final from Russia, Albert Olusov, will compete in the finals, and from Japan, Kondo Hayato will compete for the bronze medal.
First penalty then to Werfel. Pup, as always, just putting in the work.
Tatami 2'ye devlet olmalı. Çepsi 48 kilograma kadar olan idmançılar arasında teselli verici görüş. Judogi.
Werfel looking for the tip, the counter. Now then, that's going to be a score. And a Wazari scored there to Pup. Pup just rolls her over and catches her with her own technique, actually. Werfel now, can she hold on? It's Werfel that went down. Dropped Sianagi, but it was twisted in the wrong direction there. And a nice counter-attack there from Pup. Into the last 30 seconds here. It might just be Pup going through to fight Chelsea Giles in the final. Looking to waste a few valuable seconds here, Pup. She knows, 5 seconds left. Quick look at the clock. And this is going to be all over. So Pup goes through. So just looking round now, we have a semi-final that is happening at the moment on mat number 3. Let's go over to mat number 3, where we have Tatsukawa Rina up against Hamidova of Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan have a chance of a finalist here. Wouldn't that be special?
İkinci tatamiye davet olunub. Çəksi 48 kilograma qədər olan idmançılar arasında yarımfinal qarşılaşması. Ağ judogi Darya Pichkalyova, Rusya, göy judogi Katarina Tanzer, Avstriya.
Well, for all of you out there that are following me all the way through these preliminary rounds, of course, it works a little bit differently with the prelims because I get to pick and choose some of the categories. We normally go as well for the highest placed match that's happening at the moment, if I can. And the one that I think is going to be the most exciting. But if you've got other ideas and you want to watch certain weight categories, you can. And of course, when it comes to the final block this evening, which is going to be 5 o'clock our time here, which is 1 o'clock in the UK. So 5 o'clock evening, final block. And of course, it's all medal matches then, and you've got me again. But it'll be just concentrated then on every fight that comes out. Semi-final, this one. Is this going to be, is she going to get it? Looking for the Udigatami. That was close, wasn't it? Tatsukawa almost had it there, but she's turned it into the Yushiro Kazakatami. Nice newaza yet again there. Hamidova of Azerbaijan submits. She was right on the arm there, Tatsukawa. And then in the end, decides that she's going to have just the turnover into the Yushiro Kazakatami. Basic fundamental principles of newaza and works at every level.
Tatami 3, winner of the semi-final.
Tatsukawa goes through then to the final. And just looking now at which matches we've got, let's go to the second semi-final then in the 48 kilos. Mat number 2 we're going to go over to. Because we've got a semi-final here. Pichkalieva of Russia up against Tanza of Austria. And we might just see this turnover again here. Tanza looking for the turnover, and that was very close there. Pichkalieva just decides that she's going to stand up. Nice little push through with the hips there. Yoko Tomonagi just manages to take her onto a side there, and the video referees had a quick look at that. The supervisors said that that warranted a score. Tanza of Austria then, a Wazari up here. Looking for the Uranagi here. The Russians in, really full commitment there. Pichkalieva of Russia really taking the fight to Tanza, and it's good judo, good open judo. I think it's going to end with another score. Soto Makikomi. Pichkalieva of Russia feels the danger with that turnover there from Tanza. And it's all over. The time has gone, and Tanza is through to the final. Pichkalieva will be fighting for third place. She lost in the semi-final here. And we'll go, where will we go? Let's stay on this match, this mat for the time being then. Aida Yuji of Japan in the repechage match. The under 66 kilos category, Takapataki of Brazil, his opponent. No medal matches in these early stages here. It's all about fighting to get through to the final and final repechage matches. All medal matches tonight.
Dear spectators, we would like to remind you our opening ceremony will start at 4 p.m. and final blow will start at 7 p.m. today.
Hanımlar ve canımlar, belirtmek istedik ki yarışların tantaneli açılış merasimi saat 16:00'da, final manifesi ise 17:00'da başlanacak.
Left against right, these two. Looking to dominate the sleeve. It's always the most difficult thing to dominate if you've got an opposite. Well, they're pecking away at that sleeve there, and they're going to accumulate penalties if they're not careful, but both looking for the Uchimata. Got to be careful of the Sakeshi counter. Just that little slight with the hips and then across for the counter technique. So you've got to make sure you've got to weigh in. Well, he's saying that he attacked against the straight arm there. I think that was more accidental. They are stopping that. It's normally from the Sodi. I don't know if we get a replay on that. I think he just caught his arm there. Takapataki there gets a Shido.
Birinci tatamiye devlet olunur. Daha bir teselli verici görüş çeksi 57 kilograma kadar olan tanı idmançılar. Avcılogi. Belçika temsilcisi Mina Liber.
Quite a few semi-finals following this match. Tomoki of Japan against Hulguen of USA. That's about to happen on mat number 1. It's not far off. And we've got Hanchako of Ukraine up against Safarov, Azerbaijan, mat number 2. Tanaka Ryoma of Japan up against Denis Veru on mat number 3. Again, just the turnover and then trying to tie up the top half here before he takes that leg out. Notice he didn't, not one part of his side touched the mat. And he doesn't use his head to turn out, but his body. Almost like a Barani. Well, we're going to just whip over to mat number 3 here, where we've got Tanaka Ryoma of Japan up against Denis Veru of Moldavia, and that's a semi-final match that we're going to go to. Mat number 3, if we can. I'm not sure if they can just take us over, and I'll let you know what happens to this Ida Takapataki match a little bit later. Let's watch this one though. This is semi-final. See who goes through, and straight into the attack there. Denis Veru in blue this time. Well, again, strong fight for the grips. Veru, oh, Diashi Barai. Beautiful Ashiwaza there. Nearly took him, just managed to turn out. Have a look at the landing. See where he lands. Off the sleeve. That front foot of Tanaka just forwards there. Kuriashi this time. Well, I thought that was a score. Did he get the score? Wasn't far off, was it? That was right on the line, that one. You might just get that score. They might have had another look at that to see where the landing was. And he does get the score on it. Must have heard me, I think. So that Diashi or Kuriashi, it's a Kuri, I think, because it caught both the feet going to the side. Both of these fighters have had the privilege of winning the Paris Grand Slam tournament. That is the class of fighter out here. Tanaka, the winner of the Grand Slam in Paris in 2021. I think Veru was 2019, was when he won the Paris Grand Slam. But coming back onto form, Veru. He's got a minute to hold on to this. Just 19 years of age, Tanaka, so we might see him in the junior worlds as well.
Birinci tatamide Belçika temsilcisi Nina Lider galebe kazanarak bölünç medal.
Well, he knows now, doesn't he, that he's got to just do a little bit of running here now. Not too negative, but there's no score, there's no penalties on the board. A couple of those to play with. He's got 17 seconds to hold on. Tanaka coming forwards. Shido for sure for Veru. He's on the run, that's for sure. 10 seconds to go. And it's all over. So Veru will go through to the final. So we've just seen the end result here. Let's go to mat number 2. Let's just go over quickly. See who's going to fight Denis Veru here. Hanchako here is being held down here by Safarov, is he? It's not quite an Osai Komi yet, but Safarov of Azerbaijan hasn't quite got the Osai Komi. He's looking for the Sangaku Gatami, but the left leg of his is probably the one, that's what's stopping him. It's the left leg underneath the neck. He doesn't know the rule, and so quite correctly, the referee not counting it as Osai Komi. Mat number 3 all over now, and this is the last match here on mat number 2. All over him, Safarov. And Charko will have to do something rather than just defending. was 60 kilos at one stage, Safarov. Took a little while to get into the 66 kilos category. Does sometimes take a little bit of adjustment sometimes. Certain fighters do it quicker than others. Oh, he nearly went onto the front leg. Very close there. Nearly attacked that front leg there, and the counter to counter. I mean, it's normally the same technique that you're trying to do that you get caught with. Well, he's always dangerous, Hunchako, isn't he? You can see that every technique he does is quite close, but going to get a penalty here. Thundering left arm of Hunchako going over the top, and that was close. Safarov right the way underneath. Oh, he's got the hold down. Look at that, he has the hold down here. And now he's just got to hold it for 10 seconds. Holds it for 10 seconds, it's all done. It's all over. So now that Wazari will go on the board. So it's all over now. It's golden score, but he's going to hold him for the full time. So Safarov of Azerbaijan is going to go through, and the home country have a finalist. Siatosh, then the transition, double lapel. Then the hold down, and the hold down, he only needed to hold him for 10 seconds, but, well, in the end, it wasn't to be. So now straight up here onto mat number 1, and Tomoki Momo against Holguin of the USA. Maria Holguin doing amazingly here in the semi-final.
Opening ceremony for Baku Grand Slam 2021 will start at 4 p.m. and final blow of
Tomoki
the first day will start at 5 p.m.
just wins on that Wazari that was on the board there, and Holguin will still have a chance of a medal. She'll come back down and she'll fight for 3rd place in the final block. So good performance from her. Well, one more contest still to happen, and that is going to be Munksedev of Azerbaijan, and it's going to be against Pauline Stark of Germany. This is the semi-final of the under 57 kilos category. Then we'll have a little run through all of the medal matches that are about to happen tonight. Last match of the preliminary rounds. Left Uchimata there from Stark, straight into the attack. Munksedev of Mongolia here looking for the Kata Sangaku there, and we dealt with that with the referees. They're looking for, if it stands up, immediate mates, because the possibility of injury. Same situation here, looking for the transition all the time here, Munksadev. And Stark just looking to defend all the time. Can she get the leverage here? Can't stay there, Stark. It's not a good place to be. Yoko Otoshi. Now possibility here. Oh, there's a possibility. Pauline Stark. Can she pull the hold down in? Not quite got it yet. Looking for the leverage again. German contingent going mad, actually. They know that it's a possibility here. Can she get the leverage this time? A lot of power going in here, a lot of strength, a lot of energy. Takes a lot out of you, Newaza. And she just manages to turn out the right time there. Second possibility of an Azeri finalist. Munksadev fighting extremely well. No penalties on the board here. Just a minute 25 left. Oh, Koshiguruma! Koshiguruma gets the Wazari. Now looking for the climb here. This has started inside. This will carry on until they break. Now Mate. Holding left, then just suddenly goes right. Change of direction again. Nice Koshiguruma. Oh, it's all over. It's all over while we're watching this little replay. Well, hopefully we can get a look at the second technique there that took her through to the final. But Munksadev goes through to the final. Just a little bit too late there. I think it was an Ashiwaza, but we are going to see it here. Went for it. Osoto to Osoto. I said it's normally the same technique. She had to go for it. Munksadev, though, scores her second technique. Gets a second Wazari. And that takes her through to the final. So two possibilities of two gold medals here. Wow, all action in the first stages of this tournament, and what can I say? 5 weight categories have happened this morning, from 48 kilos all the way through to under 57 kilos for the ladies, 60s and 66s for the men. Let's just go through it very, very quickly. Under 48 kilograms then, Rishoni and Hamidova will be fighting for one of the bronze medals. Gambatar up against Piklieva of Russia. And the final is going to be Tanza of Austria against Tatsukawa of Japan. That's the under 48 kilograms category. We'll go in the ladies, under 52 kilograms then, and it's going to be Bischerelt against Werfel. That's the first bronze medal match. Krasniki, the Olympic champion from under 48 kilograms, is going to be fighting for third place against Polikapova of Russia. So Russia in there with the medals, 2 categories. And Chelsea Giles of Great Britain against Pup of Hungary. So that should be an absolute belter as well. Under 60 kilos category then, we've got Aliev of Azerbaijan against Enktevian of Mongolia, Yusufov of Azerbaijan against Kondo of Japan, and the final is Ogazov of Russia against Papinashvili of Georgia. So under 66 kilos category then, the last one should be exciting as well, because we've got an all-Japan match, Ida against Tanaka for one of the bronze medals, Shamilov against Hanshako of the Ukraine, Shamilov of Russia, and the final, Safarov on great form up against the on-form Denis Varu of Moldavia. And so we're going to be back a little bit later on for some more judo action. It's going to be all medals, 5 o'clock our time, but we've got an opening ceremony at 4 o'clock our time. That's 4 hours back if you're in the UK, 3 hours if you're in Europe. We look forward to it. You've got me all the way through the medal matches. Until then, a little bit later on, it's goodbye for now.